So let's start your snap of environmental engineering, and you are preparing for HPCL, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Rajakant. So Rajakant, write a question for me, right? Write a question. I am giving a question. Write it.
Yes, give me.
You need to calculate BOD5. BOD5 you need to calculate.
Yes,
Take
sir.
initial DO initial as 10 mg per liter.
Yes, sir.
And after 5 days,
yes,
the
sir.
DO final is 2 mg per liter.
Yes, sir.
And this is a 2% solution basically.
Yes, sir.
So tell me what will be the BOD5 and show me your working.
Sir, 400 milligram per liter.
Okay. Show me the working.
Sir, basically I have not done in this page, but I can do it, sir. I know that BOD5 का formula होता है sir, DO initial minus DO final into dilution factor.
Okay.
So क्योंकि 2% सोल्यूशन है तो डाइल्यूशन फैक्टर 50 हो जाएगा सर.
Okay.
तो और DO initial minus DO final is 8 into 50, 400 milligram per liter.
Okay. So this is at 20 degrees C BOD5, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. One more question. Again, the DO initial is 10 mg per liter.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
DO final after 5 days is 0 mg per liter.
Yes, sir.
What will be the BOD5 of this sample?
Sir, we cannot determine it, sir.
Why so?
Because क्योंकि सर ये कब खत्म हो गया है इसका DO, ये हमको नोन ही नहीं है.
Good. Write one more question.
Yes, sir.
Let's suppose you have a velocity gradient is 2.
Yes, sir. 2.
Take mu as 1.002 into 10 raised power minus 3.
Sir, please repeat, sir.
Velocity gradient you need to calculate.
Yes, sir.
And power required for the mixing is 100 watts. Mu of the water is 1.002 into 10 raised power minus 3 Newton second per meter square.
1.00?
1.002 into 10 raised power minus 3.
Yes, sir.
And the volume
10 to the power 10 to the power minus 3.
Yeah, minus 3 you can take. Okay. And volume is 100 meter cube.
Yes, sir.
So tell me the value of G or velocity gradient. You can even tell me the formula which you need to apply. Substitute na bhi karna. If you are not, having a calculator, you can easily just tell me the formula which will use.
Sir, हम formula भूल रहे हैं, sir.
Okay. The next question to you is.
Yes, sir.
We do, tell me the efficiency of slow sand filter and rapid sand filter.
Sir. सर वो भी हम फार्मूला सर भूल रहे हैं सर. फार्मूला हम ऐसे हम जानते हैं कि स्लो सैंड फिल्टर का ज्यादा होता है और रैपिड सैंड फिल्टर का कम.
ओके, स्लो सैंड फिल्टर का ज्यादा होता है, रैपिड का कम. नो इश्यूज. अच्छा, टेल मी what are the particles or impurities will be removed by rapid sand filter and what are the impurities which will be removed by slow sand filter? What kind of solids? Yes.
सर ये तो सर ऑर्गेनिक सॉलिड्स को ही हटाने का इसका काम करते हैं सर. एक में हम कंप्लीटली ऑर्गेनिक सॉलिड्स हटा देते हैं सर, जैसे स्लो सेंट फिल्टर में सर उसको हम डिकम्पोज भी कर लेते हैं, 1 महीना टाइम हम लेते हैं। लेकिन रैपिड सेंट फिल्टर जो है सर वो मतलब 1 डे में उसको हम फिर से हम मतलब रिक्लीनिंग भी करते हैं, जिसमें 30 मिनट का हम बैक वॉशिंग पीरियड रखते हैं।
ओके ओके। अच्छा, अब वैसे आई एम आस्किंग यू, आई मीन इफ देयर आर सस्पेंडेड सॉलिड्स, colloidal solids and bacterial impurity in the water, then slow sand filter will remove what and what kind of impurities, and rapid sand filter will remove what kind of impurities from the water. That is other way of asking this question. Is my question clear to you?
Yes sir.
Yes, okay
sir. It is dissolved solid sir.
In which filter?
In both the filters sir.
Okay okay okay. चलिए, so again one write a question for me, right?
Yes sir.
Let us suppose lapse rate, environmental lapse rate is 10 degree C per kilometer.
Per kilometer.
Yes. And super adiabatic lapse rate is, वैसे what is the super adiabatic lapse rate if the air is dry, and what is the super adiabatic lapse rate if the air is wet?
सर ये हमको सर उतना ज्यादा वो क्लियर नहीं हुआ है.
Okay okay, so right, I am giving you a value. Super adiabatic lapse rate is 9.8 degree C per kilometer.
Yes sir.
So will this be an inversion case or will it be a normal case? Will it be super adiabatic or sub adiabatic lapse rate? If the atmospheric lapse rate is super adiabatic lapse rate, which is 9.8 degree C, and environmental lapse rate is 10 degree C per kilometer, so will this be a case of inversion or not?
Sir, forget
okay.
sir.
No issues. Okay, can you please tell me what is the permissible limit of fluorides in in drinking water?
Yes sir, 1 to 1.5 milligram per liter.
And what will happen if the fluoride content is less than 1 mg per liter? And what will happen if the fluoride content is greater than 1.5 mg per liter?
सर अगर 1.5 से कम होगा तो सर वो हमारा टूथ का इनेमल सर नहीं बन पाएगा.
ओके.
और सर अगर 1.5 से ज्यादा होगा तो मतलब कम ही होगा तो सर बोन फ्लोरोसिस भी हो जाता है सर, जिससे लोग जैसे एक नलगोंडा सर जानते हैं, नलगोंडा वहाँ बहुत सारे लोग वहाँ बहुत बड़ा ये क्राइसिस है सर वहाँ.
Okay, you must have heard about Nalgonda technique. Yes, why do sir. We use Nalgonda technique?
सर ये फ्लोराइड रिमूवल के लिए ही नलगोंडा टेक्निक यूज करते हैं.
Can you name one more technique which is used to remove fluorides from the water?
Currently I am forgetting it.
No issues. Okay, can you please tell me what is the permissible limit of TDS in drinking water?
Yes sir, 2000 milligram per liter. Oh sorry 500 milligram per liter.
And what is the cause of rejection, permissible limit for the cause of rejection?
Sir 2000 milligram per liter.
Okay, great. Acha, we use a indicator while performing hardness test.
Yes sir.
While doing the titration for hardness, we use an indicator and we use a titrant. Can you name that titrant and indicator for me?
Sir, titrant is EDTA, sir. Ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid.
Okay.
And वो
indicator?
Idiochrome black tea, sir. EBT.
Okay. Acha, phenolphthalein is a what kind of indicator?
phenolphthalein ये सर तो ये वो तो अल्केलाइन में सर वो क्या बोलते हैं, मतलब अल्कलिनिटी ज्ञात करने के लिए उसका यूज करते हैं.
ओके, किस पीएच रेंज में वर्क करता है phenolphthalein?
बेसिक इंडिकेटर सर 10.3 से 8.2 ऐसा ही कुछ. 8.5.
And can you name one acidic indicator?
सर मिथाइल ऑरेंज, जो कि 4.3-5 के ऐसे कुछ काम।
ओके 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 ग्रेट। ओके सो आपने कोई प्रोजेक्ट के ऊपर काम किया था, उसके बारे में मैंने बताया था आपको कुछ प्रिपेयर करने के लिए, किया कुछ प्रिपेयर?
सर हमने तो बस सर इम्प्रूवमेंट ऑफ, हमको याद नहीं है सर क्या बोले थे।
एक्चुअली आपने प्रोजेक्ट कुछ किया था, आप कुछ बता रहे थे, कुछ प्रोजेक्ट के रिगार्डिंग आपको इशू था
सर हाँ सर, इम्प्रूवमेंट ऑफ शियर स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ सॉइल यूजिंग बिटुमिन सर।
ओके सो उसका कुछ डिटेल्ड एनालिसिस किया है आपने?
सर हमने सर बस अपना कोर्स ही तैयार कर लिया सर उस शियर स्ट्रेंथ के रिगार्डिंग सर।
ओके अच्छा, बिटुमिन यूज किस, बिटुमिन स्टेबलाइजेशन किस सॉइल के लिए यूज करते हैं?
सर ब्लैक कॉटन सॉइल के लिए भी यूज करते हैं सर, कभी कभी सैंडी सॉइल के लिए भी यूज करते हैं।
ओके
ज्यादातर सैंडी सॉइल के लिए ही यूज करते हैं।
ओके 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 गुड। एंड लाइम स्टेबलाइजेशन किसके लिए यूज करते हैं?
सर लाइम स्टेबलाइजेशन ब्लैक कॉटन सॉइल के लिए सबसे ज्यादा प्रेफरेबल होता है।
व्हाई?
क्योंकि सर सीए मॉन्ट मॉरिलोनाइट की जो है ना सर, वो मतलब कि एक्टिविटी कम हो जाती है सर एनए मॉन्ट मॉरिलोनाइट के कंपैरिजन।
ओके 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 देन माय लास्ट क्वेश्चन टू यू will be, tell me the name any two primary pollutants and two secondary pollutants, air pollutants basically I'm asking.
Sir, primary pollutants is carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide can be, लेकिन सेकेंडरी में सर जैसे एक तो बहुत सारे हैं, जैसे सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड और पैन सर, पेरोक्सिल एसिटिल नाइट्रेट।
ओके 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 ग्रेट। अच्छा पैन बनता किस किस से है?
सर ये मेरे को याद नहीं है सर।
ओके 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 so let me give you your feedback basically for this snap. So Rajkant, in unit you might not be able to remember the formulas, but you know the concept ki DO wala, if this DO is 0, the final DO is 0, so it will be, if you can't find the BOD of that, that is good. You are not able to recall the formula of velocity gradient, which is G is equal to root P by mu V, right? You can substitute the values and you can solve this. This is a velocity gradient while mixing the water, right? After that, I asked you about inversion and environmental lapse rate. So if the environmental lapse rate is greater than 9.8 degrees C, so the super adiabatic lapse rate is formed, correct? And if it is less than 9.8 degrees C, then subadiabatic lapse rate is formed, right?
Okay, sir.
After that, I asked you slow sand filter and rapid sand filter, what kind of impurities they remove. Basically, slow sand filter efficiency is around 98 to 99%. They remove colloidal, bacterial, as well as suspended and dissolved solids, right?
Yes,
whereas rapid sand filter does not remove does not remove bacterial, right? Because the filtration rate is pretty high as compared to slow sand filter, correct? So the efficiency is obviously reduced. It is around 85 to 90%, correct? After that, I asked you some points regarding, what we were asking, the pollutants basically, yeah. Okay, so primary pollutants you were clear, which are already natural pollutants which are available in the atmosphere. So you named them correctly: carbon dioxide, like sulfuric oxide. These are naturally occurring pollutants. Whereas secondary pollutants are those pollutants which are generated when the primary pollutants react with the surroundings. So one example was correct, which is PAN, per acetyl nitrate, peroxyacetyl nitrate. But the other example was incorrect, sulfuric dioxide. That is a primary pollutant, right? Other you can name it.
I have termed sulfuric acid. हम बोले थे sir.
Yes, sulfuric acid. Again, sulfuric acid is not a secondary pollutant. You could have told that PAN or ozone is secondary pollutants, right? Lastly, I asked you PAN. How does PAN form? So what happens is whenever the hydrocarbons react with nitrogen oxides in the presence of sunlight, then the PAN is formed. It is a photochemical reaction basically happening in the presence of sunlight. And this PAN is also known as photochemical smog.
Yes, sir.
Right. So these were the, basic questions which I have asked. So you were clear in some questions which were like BOD and DO, which are the, basic concepts of the environmental engineering. But you need to revise, Rajakant, thoda revision and stay confident. I mean, you were confident when I asked you about DO0. You were confident that BOD can't be, determined in that sample. But you lost your confidence as I entered into your weak zones, right?
Yes, sir.
So improve on over that. Lastly, I asked you last time also, we discussed about project, right?
Yes, sir.
So project में थोड़ा clarity, एक brief, मैंने उस टाइम ही बोला था आपको, एक brief conceptual notes बना लो उसके कि हाँ आपने क्या किया. Whenever the teacher or the interviewer asks you about your project, you should, explain your project within like 5 to 10 lines.
Okay.
Brief idea, right?
Yes, sir.
And उसके साथ साथ if bituminous stabilization you are providing, then you should also know the lime stabilization as well as cement stabilization of soil, right? उसके लिए थोड़ा सा वो चीज क्लियर कर लो, because introduction is very important on that part, right? कि एक positive impact introduction से आ जाता है, and introduction question is common, means वो तो रहने वाला है इंटरव्यू में, right? तो वो एक्सटेम्पोर नहीं है, वो तो पूछेंगे, राइट? टेक्निकल में वो क्वेश्चन चेंज कर सकते हैं, बट इंट्रोडक्शन तो आप अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करके जा सकते हैं, राइट? इट विल गिव अ पॉजिटिव इंपैक्ट ऑन द इंटरव्यूअर, करेक्ट? सो दिस वाज माय फीडबैक टू यू. थोड़ा रिवीजन कर लो, बिकॉज अभी कब है आपका इंटरव्यू?
सर 17th जनवरी को.
So still you have like 10 days, right? 8 or 9 days, right, to prepare. So कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स का थोड़ा रिवीजन करो. Because if you are telling that your environmental is a strong subject or soil is your strong subject, तो at least उसमें तो हर point clear होना चाहिए, right? और last time भी हमने बात की थी कि आपका air pollution वाला part थोड़ा weak था, तो I thought कि आपने वो revise किया होगा, but वो अभी तक नहीं हुआ है, तो अब कर लो. You still have time, right? तो एक बार उसको देखो, थोड़ा रिवीजन दो और उसको अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करो. 2-3 सब्जेक्ट्स तो बहुत ही कोर प्रिपेयर होने चाहिए अच्छे से, राइट? To the point answer करो उसको, sum up करो and थोड़ा confidently. Now you have given like other snaps also, so you should be confident in every snap or every interview now you are giving in the future, right? थोड़ा confidence से बात करें अपना जो भी है and be clear कि पता है तो पता है, नहीं पता है तो नहीं पता है, that's it.
Yes, sir.
Right? Confused, don't get confused. Stay confident, अपने को composed, calm, composed, confident वो करना है, right? Don't lose your confidence. You still have time. You are on the right track. That's all. सही जा रहे हो, कर लोगे. Correct?
Yes.
आप बताइए, any questions from your side?
No, sir.
Okay, then do well, right? Give a brief revision and all the best for your interview, right? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.